Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, please welcome to the number one wrestling podcast in the world. I am talking about No Holds Barred. My name is Alex. I am your host. Of course, I'm joined by my tag team partners. We got Ryan. We got Alfred. How are we doing tonight?
Oh, we're good, man. We're good. We're good.
Awesome, guys.
Live. Show number 2.
Show number 2. Hey, this so much. Like, hey, come back less than a week, and we'll perform again.
Come on.
Bring out all the masses with the millions.
Hey, millions.
Thank you. All right. First off, I want to give a shout out though to all our people that live in Florida. We know, this podcast, we got a lot of our brothers and sisters that are in Florida. Much love, Hurricane Ian. I know that was probably a pain in the ass. Some devastating shit happened down there. So sending y'all much love down there.
Most definitely. All the love from H-Town. All the love.
Guys, we got a jam-packed show today. We have a pay-per-view, a WWE pay-per-view this weekend. And I'm talking about Extreme Rules.
Extreme Rules.
Which means that people are going to get hit with chairs. I hope people bleed.
Please.
I mean, it is going to be an amazing, amazing show that we got for you tonight. So, all right, Alfred.
We had more than 6 matches on the card right now.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying.
We're breaking down all these matches, preview, predictions, all these matches. And then we're going to end with a little fun, asking about who will we tag with, what kind of match will we do, stipulations. That's going to be tonight's theme is stipulations. Especially Seth Rollins on TV right now, Monday Night Raw, live reaction from Monday Night Raw.
Yo, they're talking about this fight pit.
Oh my God!
At Extreme Rules, it's like anytime you want to throw a steel cage around a ring, sign me up. Anything you can jump off of, slam somebody's face into, and you can't escape, sign me up.
Yeah. And Alfred, they got Daniel Cormier. They got Daniel Cormier now as the special guest referee. What do you think about that?
I mean, if you want to do that prediction right now, I think that's going to be.
I mean, might as
well. Me personally, I feel like that helps Riddle more than anything because everybody knows if you follow Riddle, like that was his background as well before coming to WWE. Now you got a guy who's a commentator with mixed martial arts, UFC, Cormier. So I personally think it's going to help Riddle, and Riddle is actually going to win that match against Seth because I think Cormier is going to somehow help Riddle win that match. That was a little bit early spoiler prediction I was going to mention for that match.
That's all good. Ryan, who do you have in that match? And then we'll go back and talk a little bit about SmackDown and Rampage.
Man, it's always tough because I had, like we talked about last week, I had Seth Rollins on my top 5 wrestlers of all time. Like I love on the mic, undefeated. Like he's so good on the mic. But when RK Bro happened, that was really my next level for Riddle. Like him as a singles competitor. I mean, I like what he did in the ring. Like Alfred said, he has a UFC background. Like he's a legitimate fighter. Like he was like that style of fighting. And I love him as a singles guy now. Like because of RK Bro. Like that tag team was, kind of like one of those things, a shot in the dark. It's like so random type of thing. Like back in the day, I'll even drop a name like Kane and RVD, tag team champs back in the day. And you're like, that's so random, but it worked. And that type of chemistry was awesome. And the thing that Randy Orton and Riddle had was their behind the scenes stuff, backstage work, immaculate. Like I loved it. So whenever, Randy got hurt and he had to kind of go on his own, he's carrying his own. The storyline between Seth Rollins and himself, it got to the point where it's like these guys are fighting outside of Mondays and Fridays and all these other things. They're fighting legitimately. Like they see each other in the streets and they're fighting. They're brawling.
Ryan makes a good point. RK Bro, just rock and sock connection. Great.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Yes. Oh, how could I forget?
Absolutely.
That's it. It's like this. You have the weird stoner guy in Riddle, like the 420 bro, and then you have Randy Orton, just the ass kicker, like the dude, the man, the Viper, and it just worked for me. So I was a huge RK Bro fan, and Seth Rollins and Riddle right now, killing it. But I
I'm
really
sure.
think it's Seth Rollins. I think Seth Rollins is going to put one over on him.
I
That was
think
really long-winded to get one small
I
answer,
think it's
but
gonna be Riddle. I think he's already fought in I think 2 fight pit matches. I think Daniel Cormier is gonna come into play where Seth Rollins is gonna piss off Daniel Cormier, and Cormier is just gonna pop him right there. So I think Riddle's gonna get it because I mean Rollins has had his number the last couple matches. I think this is gonna be Riddle's time to shine. I really do.
Do you all think this might be the final match of the feud, or do you think it's gonna still like
I don't know. I mean, I think
I'm not sure because it's like it's this is one of those rare type of things where these guys are this type of has to keep going. Like has to keep. I think this thing has to keep going for longer. Like you want to say, this might be the pinnacle of it. It's like no, this could go until.
I think you have to have it where Randy Orton comes back and it's a huge surprise. I think you have to.
Yeah, I can see that as well. Yeah. What's the next pay-per-view after Extreme Rules is Crown Jewel. So
yeah,
I mean that could be a possibility. He comes, Randy Orton returns back and everything, or even Survivor Series. That's
Survivor for War Games. Oh my God! If you could imagine
War Games.
Oh my God!
I hope this isn't the last match of the feud, but
no.
I think this can be the match that can like when Riddle wins this match, if he wins this match, it can like propel him to another like
absolutely 100%
even higher standard. Because I'm liking the feud right now.
Yeah,
like this feud right now is actually very interesting.
No, absolutely. So Friday night Rampage. I don't know if y'all. So they're the new tag team champions, the Acclaimed, and I'm going to talk about them because I wanted to talk about them a little bit last time, but we didn't run out of time. The Acclaimed.
I love them.
The Acclaimed. Okay, they started out as these like I'm sorry, but douchebags. They were like the Acclaimed.
I love it.
I love them, especially Scissor Me Daddy. I mean, come on.
Yes. I want one of those shirts.
They deserve those. And who's one of them? He's openly gay. One of them, I don't know what his name is, but he came out openly gay. I mean, good for him, but like the Acclaimed deserve to have those tag team titles. So Alfred, what do you think about the Acclaimed?
100%. And the fact that they got Billy Gunn, a name like him in their corner, I was huge. Like, come on, the Ass Man. Like Mr. Ass, that dude, that guy in DX, like part of that whole D-Generation X, whereas X-Pac, Road Dogg, Billy Gunn, like all those guys, you're just like, I love that. I love that whole thing. And now he's one of the staple guys in AEW. Like he's a trainer, he's a mentor, he's one of like the brains behind that operation in the back as far as the backstage. Like he commands respect back there. He is a veteran of wrestler. And whenever you talk about, the old Attitude Era, he is he laid that foundation to be a part of that and kind of take it in that direction of wrestling was, originally like TV PG type of thing. And then the Attitude Era happened and it's blood, it's cussing on air. It's the antics that they have. It's all these different things. And he was a huge part of that. And AEW pushes the envelope, weekly with some of the stuff that they do. And you're like, man, they're doing this on TNT and TBS. They're doing this on TV and it's not a pay-per-view. And I don't have to pay to see this type of action, the blood, the barbed wire, the intense, just raw, reactions and pipe bombs and on the mic. I love it. Like I'm a huge Acclaim fan because of Billy Gunn.
What I was going to say is like, as soon as the Acclaim won the championships, the tag championships, like I'm not sure if y'all noticed, but Twitter really like erupted, and it's a huge testament to them because like they're probably one of the most over tag teams currently right now in AEW. And the thing is, it's a testament of AEW building their own stars because how probably would have known if they was probably like anywhere else, I probably wouldn't have known who this tag team was. So when they got the AEW, it's like, oh, they're actually pretty dang good. And like I said,
they are.
I'm thinking piggyback on what Ryan said with Billy Gunn. It's like having him as your manager, like it adds credibility because, like I said, Billy Gunn was one of those one of those dudes in during the Attitude Era and everything like that. But like I said, the Acclaim, I'm interested to see how they do going forward. But like I said, like I remember when they won the titles, it's like I remember a lot of Twitter comments was like coming on it. Like
Everybody kind of jumped on it. They were all in on the Acclaimed. And I originally was like you, Alex. I was like, these guys are a little much. Like just in your face. But over time, it's like, okay, I'm starting to pay a little more attention to them. The things that they say are catchy, and I'm like, I love their little catchphrases. And now I am Team Acclaim. Like I love
Team Scissor Me Daddy. Are you Team Scissor Me Daddy?
I can't say that out loud.
We're gonna hashtag Scissor Me Daddy is gonna trend now.
Oh please,
just letting you know.
Oh god.
Hashtag Scissor Me Daddy.
Oh god, please.
Hashtag Scissor Me Daddy.
No, but I think they're gonna hold on to those belts for a long time. I think they might give the Young Bucks a run for their money about how long they're going to hold on to those titles because of how over they are with the crowd and with the wrestling, universe as a whole. Like, I think they're going to hold on to those titles for a little while.
There's one dude on AEW that I love, and he says 0 words. Absolutely. He has Ryan's favorite entrance music, and he goes by one name, and that is Hook. So anytime Hook comes out, especially this Friday night, I don't know who that Hollywood Ryan, whatever his name was, but Hook just jumps over the ring, clotheslines him, and just starts beating the living shit out of him, and then puts him in this little submission move, and the dude's out. I mean, Alfred, do you see Hook just going to top tier status right off the bat? And do you think it's because of his dad, or do you think it's just because of him?
Well, I want to say, actually, like I said, I'm a good fan of Hook as well. I think, like I said, he's mad young, so like I think the potential is through the roof with Hook. I know Taz is his dad and everything like that, but I think he could do it without like if he wasn't Taz's son, I think he can like rise through the ranks. Like I'm actually a fan of Hook and everything. So I know he got his finisher is basically the same as his dad, the Taz finish and everything. So people are gonna make those comparisons and whatnot. But like I said, the potential is through the roof with Hook. I think he's a guy to follow going forward.
I agree.
Like I said earlier, like with AEW, it's like they're branding they're branding their own talent as well. That's like a stigma of people saying, oh, they're getting like former WWE wrestlers and everything, but they have wrestlers like that's not with WWE that used to be with WWE, and they're just like branding them and everything. So Hook is going to be an interesting thing going forward, seeing how he does.
So I don't know if y'all knew, but this Wednesday on Dynamite is actually the 3-year anniversary of Dynamite, and they've got an abundance of matches. They've got MJF versus Wheeler Yuta, Soraya's being a manager role. So I know we talked about that last week. I think Soraya's coming back as a manager role. I don't think she's going to fight. But
Ryan, I think that's what that division needs, honestly, is that they need a student of the game who has been well-versed as she was. And I mean, her rise to becoming that WWE superstar was amazing. Like, she started out as, just in this small little promotion with her mom and dad and brother, and then finally got her chance to try out for WWE. And then that whole process of through NXT before it was NXT, like when it was just training and you didn't really hear about it that much. But I think to have somebody in a manager role and kind of a mentor role like her is going to be huge for that women's division. Like, it's going to be like, I think Tony Khan might have the same, mentality as Vince did, as far as, look, if you were to get in that ring, it's a really, really high risk because of the type of injury that you sustained and have, that it could either end your life, alter your life, something so drastic that they're like, you know what, we can do this for you, have you on TV, have you in this role, and also train this new generation of AEW wrestling talent to put them on that level of where I think they want that women's division, where they want it to be. And I think they can do it. I think that AEW is their own, like, everyone always compares them to the Attitude Era. It's like, AEW is this generation's Attitude Era. I think AEW is their own separate thing. Like there's things that remind me, and I'm like, I reminisce, and I'm like, man, that makes me miss the Attitude. But it's like I'm getting to witness this now, and like this is AEW's thing. Like this is their own era of whatever they're doing, and I think they're killing it. I really do.
Hey, can the producer bring back up that comment that Ryan just said, real quick? All right, so your buddy Alfred Ryan brings up a good point. We don't need someone else being a carbon copy of their daddy. Dominic Mysterio already cornered that market. So about Dominic Mysterio, Ryan knows my opinion on the whole Dominic Mysterio, Rey Mysterio feud. All right, Alfred, I want to get your take on this feud. All right,
I'm going to mute myself for a second before I say something stupid to you.
There you go. Go ahead. Dominic Mysterio, Rey Mysterio. I think Dominic is they're gonna, and Ryan knows this. I think it's gonna be a WrestleMania retirement match between Dominic and Rey.
Yeah, I can see that as well.
Yeah,
I can see that as well. I actually like I said, Ryan Taylor, we worked together. Yeah. So we talked about this like previously before, like he said it in his comments, like Dominic needed his own identity, like before, so he be taken seriously and a thing. So it was a good thing that they turned him heel and turned on his father and everything. But like you said, I could see that situation playing out where, like, yeah, a WrestleMania match because it's the biggest stage. Better way to end the feud, because I think, like I said, Dominic's gonna be with Judgment Day for a while anyway. I don't think he's gonna go right back to being a face at the this period of time. So like I said, that's a perfect thing. Yeah, that'll be a perfect match right there at WrestleMania. And like I said, I'm liking the heel turn, because like I said plenty of times, like I was saying earlier,
and I called it. I'm just saying, I called it for so long.
It was eventually going to happen. So Alex likes to say he called it. It's like this happened. He called it like he called it so long ago. I was like, I'm going to call him. I'm like, man, shut up.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Right. But yeah, like I said, that's a perfect idea. Alex, what you were saying, a WrestleMania match with him retiring in a possible retirement match. Like, can you imagine how big that can be? Like,
a
son retiring his father.
And I think that's what Rey wants. Honestly, I don't think Rey Mysterio wants to retire any other way. I think that's. Do you guys remember? Like, this has been long-term booking. Do you remember the Dominic Mysterio custody ladder match between Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio? Right. That is one of the greatest storylines they put out. That is one of my all-time favorite, just because of how ridiculous it was. It's like, yes, obviously this kid is Rey Mysterio's child, but just how they did it was amazing. R.I.P. one of my all-time favorite wrestlers, Eddie Guerrero. Latino Heat, baby. Oh man. But going back to Dominic, I don't think Rey would want anyone else to retire him but his son. Like, there's no better send-off than sending your dad into retirement. Yeah. Honestly.
Right.
There was something on SmackDown that I saw the other day, and it has to do with a guy who formerly known as Max Dupree. I think now he abandoned his Max Dupree bullshit, all right? And I think LA Knight is coming back, because he has been throwing hints out nonstop that LA Knight is coming. And Ryan, I know you freaking love LA Knight. So I'm going to give you the first row on talking about your boy, LA Knight. Go ahead.
LA Knight. Okay, this dude was, for lack of a better word, a savage in the black and gold brand when he came on the scene in NXT. Like, he was just, again, I'm a huge person of whenever you have mic skills, and then when your in-ring presence matches your mic skills, there's no better two-piece special for a wrestler. Like, when you're able to get on that mic and just talk all the mess and talk everything you want to do and everything you're going to do to your opponent, and how your opponent is so worthless and worth nothing, just all these different things. And then his in-ring, I guess you could say, charisma, presence, character. Like, I'm better than you and I know it. I'm richer than you and I know it. You're here. I'm here. You can't even talk to me. You can't lace up my boots, type of thing. And I'll always be a fan of characters and people like in the wrestling universe like that, because it makes it more fun. I am a huge advocate for that wrestler who is there to piss people off. and to shake, to rattle the tree, if you will, and shake things up. So I could not be more happy that, and I'm only guessing that this is Triple H's doing, of bringing his boy LA Knight back and telling Max Dupree, all right, you're out of here. LA Knight is returning on the main roster. Let's get it. I'm a huge fan. Can't wait.
All right, Alfred, unmute yourself.
Yeah, I was just about to say that as well. Like, definitely a Triple H call.
Oh yeah,
and it's like his mic skills is when he was like LA Knight. So I can't wait to see how that plays out. And apparently, like, Maximum Male Models is still gonna be a tag team, which I'm not.
Oh my God.
Anyway, and I know one
it's
of
such
them,
a joke.
He's Texas draft pick, so
yeah,
I don't want to bash him too much. I mean, so
right.
it's like, yeah. So I'm interested. Like I said, I'm interested to see how this gonna work out.
So did y'all know that Johnny Gargano and Kevin Owens named their tag team Panda Express?
Yeah, I saw that.
What do you think, Alfred? Like, what are your takes on Panda Express?
Panda Express, I mean, besides being a dang good restaurant, I'm not sure why they would make that tag, like, name that tag team. I was thinking they was gonna name it something more like, like Ferocious or something, or something like that, or Panda Express. To me, unless I'm wrong or something, it's just me. Don't Panda
I don't know.
Express,
you're at Panda Express. I'm gonna go get some Chinese food now. Yeah, I mean, come on.
Exactly.
There is no better. You know what? I think that's a perfect name. You know why? Because that is so Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano. That is how. Can you? Okay.
Orange chicken. Hashtag orange chicken. Yes.
Like, can you imagine you're this I don't know, you're this tag team and you're coming in and you just got your ass kicked by Panda Express. No, thank you. Like, I don't want to get beaten by somebody called Panda Express. Them naming that tag team that, greatest thing. And also, Kevin Owens is so over that he's, as a heel, as a face, as either way. I'm a Kevin Owens fan of whatever side he's on. Heel, face, good guy, bad guy, what have you. I'm team KO all the way.
Okay, he's right.
And I kind of get the reason why they did do that. He say he like a panda.
He looks like a panda.
I kind of get the reason why they made the tag team Panda Express, because they, like I said before, they were known as, like, Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano. They were tag teams in AIW, I want to say, and that was their tag team name. Come to think of it, was Panda Express. So it kind of like a throwback to what they were, like a tag team previously. But like I said, Panda Express, I'm not sure why they would go that route. I mean,
I don't know. All right, boys, let's get into some Extreme Rules and preview predictions. All right, let me ask you both first. What do y'all think the main event of this pay-per-view is going to be? Alfred, you go first.
If we're talking what's on the current card right now,
yeah,
I think the main event probably will have to be let's see, a good question. That's probably going to be Edge versus Finn Balor, the I Quit match. If it's what we know now, the current card. Like I said, it's six matches on the card. They might add one right now or something during Raw.
I think so.
Might add one last minute on SmackDown, but like, as of right now, like the card that's presented right now, I think the main event would probably have to be Finn Balor and Edge for the I Quit match.
Okay, Ryan, what you got?
I still think it's got to be the Fight Pit. I think that has to be your main event. That has to be the end of, you're bringing down the cage with the platforms at the top. That's what you're doing. Like, that is what we are looking forward to most. And they always tend to make those type of things such a spectacle. So I'm thinking that is what we're looking forward to. That's the match that has been building up this storyline the whole way through. Riddle, Rollins, meet in the Fight Pit, main event, Extreme Rules. That's my guess, and I hope that is the main event. Right. I'm looking forward to it either way.
So we got SmackDown Women's Champion Liv Morgan, who I am so proud that she has gotten her shot as women's champion. She has deserved it from the. Oh yeah, absolutely. I think I'm with. I'm on that train as well. The Finn Balor Edge match is probably going to be the main event. She has deserved every bit of what she has fought for. I mean, I think Ryan and I were at a SmackDown when Liv came out, and we all chanted, "You deserve it, you deserve it." So Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey, who I'm very happy that she's a heel now. I mean,
baddest woman on the planet for a reason.
She has to be a heel.
She's got to be a heel.
She has to be a heel.
She can't be a face.
So
like,
Ryan,
with that type of
give your prediction for that match right now, and your analysis.
Liv Morgan, 100%.
100%.
100%. Only because we were at that show. It was the first SmackDown once COVID, once you could have a full capacity crowd. I'll never forget that because that crowd was insane. The pops were insane. That was Finn Balor's first appearance back on the main roster after NXT, and we lost our mind. But I will never forget of just how the crowd reacted to Liv Morgan. And I was one of those people. I was like, you deserve it. She's just you see her week in and week out, paying her dues, losing the matches she has to, working the matches she has to, doing everything she can to be at that level. And then, who's held that belt recently for the most time? You have Bianca Belair, you have Sasha Banks, Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey, Bayley. You have all these people who have held that title multiple times throughout the last, I want to say, I don't know how many years, 5 or 6 years. That has been the rotation of women that have owned that title for an extended period of time. And all the respect in the world for all those women who have held the titles. They have carried that division each time they've had that title. And I'm just really relieved to see almost a new face kind of take the reins. She came in around the same time as some of those women, and maybe a little bit after, but just to see someone else kind of take the reins and take over and show that what this new women's division going forward is, with the departure of Naomi and Sasha Banks, once they exited the company, it's okay, we have Bianca Belair, Bayley, you have Charlotte Flair in and out of things, holding the championship, Ronda Rousey coming back, and just, I think this is Liv Morgan's time, and I want to see her keep that title for a good long time. And I think this match on Saturday is going to be something. We're going to see a side of Liv Morgan that I don't think we've seen in the ring yet, and I'm stoked about it. Honestly.
Yeah, and Alfred, they're fighting in an Extreme Rules match. So I don't know what – I mean, they went at each other on SmackDown the other night. They had to be held back from each other. I don't know if that's fake or anything, but it looked like they actually hated each other. I mean, that acting was phenomenal. But
that's Extreme a beauty of kayfabe. That's a beauty. We don't know.
I think an aspect people don't mention with Liv Morgan is recently she's been getting a lot of mixed reactions. I know she's technically supposed to be the face, but she's getting boos as well as cheers. And I know I read an interview a few days ago where they was asking about that, that came into a factor, people was keeping watch of that and everything. And like you said, it's an Extreme Rules match. I know she beat Ronda Rousey to retain her title the first time. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with this match come Saturday, because I honestly can see Rousey winning the title. Honestly,
really,
I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong, but I think Extreme Rules plays into Ronda Rousey's favor. Honestly,
my prediction, I see Liv retaining, and I see that's probably going to be the end of the Ronda Liv feud after Saturday, and I see possibly Charlotte maybe coming back. I don't know. I think someone's going to come back, make a huge pop. If it's Sasha Banks, good for her, but I hope Sasha Banks goes to AEW personally. But I think you're going to see a pop after. And it was crazy is I actually think that may be the first or second match of the night. I think they're gonna do that one. It's either gonna be that one or the match that we're gonna talk about next, which is Bayley versus Bianca Belair Raw Women's Championship match in a ladder match, which should be fun because last time they fought, Bianca threw Bayley into a ladder and injured her. So, Alfred, I'm starting with you. Who do you got between Bianca and Bayley?
I think Bianca's going to retain as well. Like I said, I'm a huge Bianca Belair fan, and the thing is, I feel like um, I feel like she can have the title for a very long time previously, and until, like I said, Becky Lynch comes back again, I can see them reuniting the feud and everything. But I think I don't see any possible way Bayley can be Bianca Belair in this ladder match, because where if Bayley wins, like who's gonna really in your opinion, who's gonna feud unless they have Bianca Belair try to retain the title from her.
It's tough. I think Alexa Bliss may get a nice another title run. I know she's kind of partnering with Asuka right now, but I would like to see Alexa Bliss get a push. I'm a big Alexa Bliss fan. I don't know. Brings up another thing is if Bayley were to win the title, then you look at Damage Control has the women's tag team titles and they would have the Raw Women's Championship. That's gold right there. And that means Triple H firmly believes Damage Control needs a big push.
His black and gold babies
Exactly
coming to the main roster and blooming like he wants them to, like they should have been from the very beginning, and not used in a way that I think, Vince created one of the greatest things on the face of this planet whenever he took over this from his father. And
right.
But I think as the times changed and generations got older and fans, the dynamic of fans changed, I think what a lot of these people got elevated from black and gold to the main roster, it just kind of got lost. Their characters' names changed, their personas were changed, and of course you really can't do anything about it, because once creative tells you this is what you're going to do, that's what you got to do. It's sports entertainment, but it's also a job at the end of the day, and you got to do what's asked of you. So I think, and that goes off topic a little bit, but back to this, I think Bayley wins it. I want Bianca to keep it, but I think Bayley wins it just to, like you said, Alex, to have all the gold with one team. And then that feud can continue, because we saw the Bianca versus Sasha feud from WrestleMania back in Tampa, like the first one with limited capacity. Like we saw Bianca win the title there. That was amazing. And then we kind of saw that feud back and forth between Sasha and Bianca. But now I think that now Bayley's cleared to wrestle, that feud can take off for a little while, and then Damage Control has all the gold, and then you're going to see, does that kind of, with every team, when everyone has the gold minus the bloodline, what happens when everybody has the gold? What happens when, I don't know if y'all follow closely NXT, and Dakota Kai is one of my favorite NXT talent, like men, women. She's one of my favorite NXT black and gold talent. She always had a habit of turning on her partner, from Tegan Knox to Raquel Gonzalez. Like whenever, she always turned on him. So that would be such an interesting dynamic, is she might not want the tag gold anymore. Now she wants to go after.
She wants the top.
She wants the top.
Out of anybody in that three, Dakota Kai would get the solo push.
Wants the gold. Yep. And her character on NXT was always, yes, she would be a tag partner as long as she needed to be, but it was always kind of biding her time to be, she's going to go after the gold and she wants the top. And I think a feud between Dakota Kai and Bayley, Dakota Kai and whoever has the gold, or if she has the gold, that feud is going to be amazing, because Dakota Kai is a shark. Yeah. She'll team up when she needs to, but whenever she needs to be on her own, she can carry herself by herself, and that's why I'm such a huge Dakota Kai fan. She's got my love and respect. Mm-hmm. I love across the board. She's one of my favorite wrestlers.
She just beat Candice LeRae on Raw.
I was watching that.
She just beat her on Raw.
Right here. So I'm watching you guys, and I'm watching over here. So
I had mentioned in my top 5, and then I did my honorable mention, was Drew McIntyre and his feud with Karrion Kross, and that's coming to fruition this Saturday when it's Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross in a strap match. So basically, where two dudes are strapped together and they just got to fight till, I guess, you win by pinfall or submission or something like that. So Alfred, what do you think about Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross?
I think I'm gonna say my prediction first, and I'm gonna say why. I think Karrion Kross is gonna win. More so because the reason why I think he's gonna win because it's gonna set up Kross for a future like world title opportunity, and uh and I think it's going to drop McIntyre down a notch as well. And I think McIntyre probably will be feuding if he loses to Karrion Kross for the IC title more so, and it pushes Karrion Kross up. Because like I said, McIntyre, he lost this is the 4th time he lost to Roman Reigns, and it's like if he can't beat him 4 times, like what makes you think he don't win the 5th time or something like that? So I think there's really no reason for Drew to hinder Karrion Kross's momentum at the moment. So that's the reason why I have Karrion Kross beating McIntyre. So like I said, and plus the main event scene right now is like kind of bland right now anyway, facing Roman Reigns. Like they got Logan Paul facing Roman Reigns for God's sake. So it's like who else is going to challenge like going like in the future right now? Roman Reigns, like McIntyre already done it a few times, and it's like Karrion Kross can like push for that as well coming soon. So I think Karrion Kross is going to beat McIntyre for that reason.
So bring up that question again. I think it's from your buddy right here. Before Ryan goes, Ryan Taylor just Drew getting his revenge. Alfred, it's your boy, so answer his question.
Oh, and I'm assuming he's talking about with Karrion Kross.
Yeah.
Was he getting his revenge with that? Like I said, I don't see it. Like I said, I could be 100% wrong, but like I said, hey, and I could be wrong in the sense that this could end up being a triple threat going forward, a triple threat with Roman Reigns and Kross and everything. I could see that possibly, but like I said, I think Kross is going to win Sunday for that very reason. I think Triple H sees that as well. That same situation, but that's not like my prediction right there.
All right, Ryan, go ahead.
Ryan's going to say something.
Ryan's like itching to get his word out. Come on, go ahead.
There's nobody I hate more than Austin Theory. I swear to God. There's nobody. You know who does their job really well? Austin Theory.
Yeah.
Because people hate him so much. He does his job so well. This man, I don't know how long he's held on to this briefcase for, but I'm glad he's lost it every time he's tried to cash it in. He's lost it because I cannot stand the guy, and that means he's doing his job.
Character.
That means he's doing his job.
Exactly.
He's doing his job. I'm talking about him right now as he's on the TV looking like an idiot. Like I'm just like. He's doing his job. We
got to get him on our show. Well. We have to get Austin Theory to come on our show. And I guarantee you, he would trash talk all of us in like 3 seconds.
Into the ground.
Talk us. And we'd have to go into retirement.
And no, we would have to take it. And we would have to do the next show. But we would have to do it because I can't stand this guy. Only because... that face, that smug little face.
Someone says he's gonna lose it at the Royal Rumble.
You think he'll lose? He'll lose the briefcase?
The Money in the Bank, yeah.
Oh, I would love that.
Oh my God,
that. But again, he's doing his job and he does it well. Because here we are, three regular Jamooks over here talking about Theory. One of my favorite wrestling terms that has lasted 30 years. But 3 regular dudes talking about just Austin Theory and his briefcase. The dude does his job well. I can't say anything more.
So we
about
got someone that says is going to build it up for WrestleMania. That's interesting. I would hate that. I'm sorry. If Austin Theory were to cash in at WrestleMania, whoever the title is.
Can you imagine the heat he would get if like I can see him getting booed a lot in Los Angeles.
We got a full prediction from this person. Rock versus Roman. I called it. I just want to say I said Rock versus Roman, but
It's never gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
It's
It's
never
not
gonna
gonna
happen.
I think it's Cody versus Roman.
Yeah.
I think it's Cody that takes the title
I
from
think
him.
it's
So
Cody versus
Ryan,
Roman.
who do you think wins between Cross and McIntyre?
I'm gonna say I love me some Drew McIntyre. I do.
Okay.
Because of his story of how he originally came in. Vince said he was the future of the company, and then he goes and gets fired. Like
Right.
he was a part of that 3-man band, and that with Jinder Mahal and that whole thing, and then, but his rise from that has always been my favorite. So I'm always a Drew McIntyre homer. Like I love me some Drew McIntyre, but man, again, I watched a lot of during COVID. I had the only thing I had was WWE Network, like during the shutdown and all that stuff. Couldn't go anywhere, so I went in hard on old NXT matches, and then watching NXT in the Thunderdome or their version of the Thunderdome and all that stuff. And Karrion Kross had some amazing promos, had some amazing matches. He had an amazing match with with Keith Lee. He had an amazing match with Keith Lee because Keith Lee won the double title, North American and NXT title at the Great American Bash. And then it cut right to a promo of Karrion Kross is looking at him from the rafters. And one thing that is missed in WWE, I think, is the hardcore like music promos. Like when Limp Bizkit did My Way for WrestleMania 17, Rock and Stone Cold. Metallica did. They brought that back kind of with NXT. And for the Great American or for that promo between Karrion Kross and Keith Lee, they did it to Metallica and they did it to Frantic. If you have time, look up that promo video. Holy cow. That gets you hyped. It makes you want to watch that match immediately between Kross and Lee. So just because of who Kross's character was all throughout NXT, and then his main roster debut the first time was ruined because of what creative wanted to do with him.
Right.
But I think this new version of Kross with Triple H at the helm is going to be his same character from NXT. And that guy needed to be on the main roster a long time ago.
Okay, so someone says, look, okay, the bloodline has to come to an end. So what Hunter is doing, so closing many roles due to him bringing back so many superstars. I don't know. You can end the bloodline, honestly. I really don't think you can end the bloodline.
I don't see bloodline in it for another probably like a year or so, honestly.
That faction prints money for that company.
Right, exactly.
And Alex, I tell you the same thing, and Alfred, I don't know if you agree with me on this one, but that's why the New Day has not broken up.
Right.
That tag team prints money for WWE between like the t-shirts, the toys, the apparel, the hat, what have you. Kids love it. Adults love it. It just everything. They're so marketable as the New Day that when it was the three of them, there was no greater entertainment backstage, in the ring, in anything. So I think there's the New Day and now there's the Bloodline, and I don't see from a financial standpoint that they can get rid of it, but the people love the Bloodline, and I can't say enough about how they put Sami Zayn into the Bloodline. I love it. I love Sami Zayn in the Bloodline. He doesn't belong there, but Roman loves having him there, and he's just Jimmy and Jay are like, all right, whatever. But I love it. I love everything that they've done with the Bloodline.
I love this. Whoever this Linval Chambers is, keep the comments coming. Hey, but also don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button. If you want to keep watching us, keep talking to us, keep commenting, hit that like and subscribe button. But I'm going to make my prediction. I forgot. I didn't make my prediction for Bianca versus Bayley. I picked Bianca. I think she's going to win outright. But as far as Karrion Kross versus Drew McIntyre, I think Kross is going to win. I think they want to keep the feud going. They're going to fight again. This is their first match in their rivalry. So I think Kross will win. And I think they'll keep it going. I think it's going to be an awesome fight. I think it's going to be an amazing, amazing fight. They're going to beat the holy living shit out of each other. But I think at the end, Kross is going to win. Kross will win the fight. All right, so what we got next? we talking about main event, boys? Is that what we're talking about? Edge versus Finn Balor?
Oh man, hold on, real quick before we get into that. Hold on.
And Braun is just cleaning
Braun,
house
man,
right now.
Braun Strowman.
Yes,
He's just cleaning house right now.
Yeah, I cannot tell you how happy I am to have that dude back. Like I really am. I liked his character.
It's like he's in great shape too.
Oh my god! Between when he was in the Wyatt family when he first joined, and then to now,
to right now,
that dude is a specimen. That is a grown man who will beat you senseless without even having to try. Like that is a man, and I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he's back.
Now the one thing I don't like with Braun since his return is that dang nose ring he has, and it's like annoying to watch. I'm like, I don't know where he got that from.
Oh my god!
Like seriously, but like what you were saying, Alex, Edge and Finn Balor, honestly, I'm predicting Edge to win, but I can see this going several directions. I was actually going over this as well. I think Edge is going to win because, like I said, he's the baby face, and like I said, he's showing he's not like Judgment Day tried to ruin him once, tried to end his career. He came back the first time. That was at SummerSlam. He came back. This second time they tried to end his career. Second time he returns back on Raw the next week. Like that's insane when you think about it from a storyline purpose. I think this time around, I think with Finn Balor, I don't see any like really reason why Judgment Day would win because they're not having like momentum going against Edge recently. And I think Edge, like I said, it's gonna be hard for like Edge to lose in an I Quit match in that circumstance. However, and it's a huge however, if Edge were to lose, I can see a situation where Judgment Day does something because you notice they brought back what Beth Phoenix were like what was it last month I want to say everything and everything. I can see a situation where Judgment Day try to do something that's like real close to Edge, which is in this instance Beth Phoenix, and he's making and he'll do something to make Edge say I quit. I can see that situation as well, like as a coward way out. You know what I'm saying? So I can see those scenarios playing, but like I said, if I had to choose, I'm choosing Edge like to win that one.
All right. This Linval Chambers.
Yes.
He's going off. I'm enjoying what he's saying. Yeah.
No, like Linval Chambers, you bring up Linval ain't playing no games.
No.
They are not
bringing back on like
playing
the main one he was saying.
Any games. I have to agree on some points that Chambers is making in passing the torch. We all heard. I don't know when it was exactly. I don't know if it was a live show or if it was in person or what when the show went off the air. But Edge made that statement of whenever the WWE makes its next trip to Toronto, I think and that's going to be in like 8 or 9 months or something like that, where it's next year that. He wants to have his retirement. Like he wants to be finished in his hometown. Yeah. Like that's what he wants to make it there, you know, God willing, no injuries that happen. Cause in this business, one wrong move, one wrong this or that, it puts you out for 6 to 8 months type of thing. So, I mean, I remember when Edge had his return at the Rumble and then a few months later, he had to go back in because he tore his bicep in a match with Randy Orton at the Performance Center or something like that, and that sidelined him for a while and his comeback type of thing, and just things like that. I for that Finn Balor match, do you think they continue that feud and he does pass his torch? Because Chambers made a good point. Is he passing that torch to Finn, or who is going to be that person he kind of builds up to say, you're retiring me, I'm done? Who is going to be the person that retires Edge? Because in a perfect world, I would have thought, and another really fun character that I've always loved since the Attitude Era to AEW to now is Christian. Like they're real life best friends. Right. They grew up together, real life. Like I watched some of the WWE Network stuff and the A&E Network stuff about the two of them. And if Christian was in WWE, or I guess in the next few months comes back, I don't know, I could see I could see that happen, and Christian would say, "Hey, retire me." Like, there's no other person I would want to retire me
Right.
than. But since Christian is AEW and contracted to them for who knows how long, who is Finn the one that we're going to see this year-long feud with, and then Finn finally ends it and retires him and sends Edge off into the sunset to be, dad and do all the dad things and husband things he wants to do, and kind of put wrestling said in the rearview mirror and say, thank you. I finally went out on my own terms. Is Finn the one to do that? And is this long-term booking for that year? Is it Damian Priest? Who is the one that retires Edge? And I think this is a good segue into that with Judgment Day. Like, is it going to be Damian Priest? Is it Finn Balor? Who retires Edge in Toronto in a year or whenever they go back?
So Linval Chambers is saying Bray Wyatt not coming back until Roman is not champion. Huh? Okay. I can see that.
Would be interesting. Yeah.
I can see Bray Wyatt coming back soon because I just Who's the White Rabbit? What is this White Rabbit stuff? I want to know. It's driving me crazy. I don't know.
I told you it's probably gonna be a letdown, and it'll probably be carrying cross in another gimmick.
Oh my god!
It used to be that.
So Linval Chambers thinks Rey Mysterio is gonna turn on Edge at Extreme Rules. I can't see Mysterio doing a heel move. I can't.
I never seen Mysterio turn heel ever in my life.
No.
I honestly cannot see that one.
No.
Now I can see AJ Styles possibly doing it.
Yes.
And joining Judgment Day. Because you see early on Raw, AJ Styles was kind of frustrated. He shoved Ray and then he left. And then next thing you know, when Ray left, Judgment Day just jumped the mess out of AJ Styles.
Beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. So I can see AJ Styles possibly do it, but Ray, like I said, Ray has never turned heel ever.
He can't. He's one of those. He's one of those.
Is he a character that can never do it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I was. He's a character. Yes. He's a character that can never do it. Like I seen him in WCW, ECW, and obviously in WWE, and it's like never had a heel turn ever.
Yeah.
Who's another wrestler that never could heel turn, no matter what they did, they could never turn him?
I don't know.
Was John Cena one of those characters?
They tried to make John Cena a heel, but he was so loved by the fans that he was never able to be a heel. But just like older guys hated him, younger kids loved him. So later on, when they say "Let's go Cena," Cena sucks. Like,
that's such a great chant.
I mean,
that's such a great chant.
I mean, I got several ones. If I go down a list that like you can never like see like a heel turn from him.
Give me two.
Like
Give me two.
Jim Duggan. You got Tito Santana's.
Okay. Like they could
Ultimate Warrior.
Right.
In his heyday. Yeah, like never turn. Like you can never like see him turn heel like that. Like Ricky Steamboat. Like those older wrestlers and everything. It's like it would be weird as heck seeing them. Even Sting currently. Like even Sting. It's like hard to see Sting as a heel going thing. Yeah. So.
Yeah,
like I said, Ray never. Like I said, Ray. I don't think Ray would never turn.
Exactly.
If he didn't do it previously, he'll never do it. To tell me.
Ryan Taylor made a good point. Ray can never do it. But Alfred, did you give your prediction? I don't remember if you gave your prediction for Edge and Balor.
Yeah, I chose Edge. I think Edge is gonna. All
right.
Eventually, yeah.
I'm gonna say Edge is gonna win too. I just think they got to let Edge get his hype moment and all that. And they're going to probably continue this Edge Judgment Day feud somewhere else down the line and all that. So, all right. So the last thing, something really fun for us to do is, so what I want y'all to do is, Alfred, I'm going to start with you. I want you to pick a tag team partner. All right. And I want to pick the stipulation for your match and who you're fighting.
And when you say pick, actual wrestler, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So tag team partner I will be teaming up with would be, I'll just say it, AJ Styles.
Okay.
Me and AJ Styles. And then our tag team name would be the Phenomenal AJs. Because his first name is AJ, like the wrestler's name is AJ. Mm-hmm. And my acronym, I'm a junior, so AJ, so it makes sense.
Okay, all right.
Everything, and then what was the second thing, Alex?
The stipulation and who you're fighting.
Okay, so we're fighting. we're fighting Street Profits.
Okay.
And we're having we're fighting in a let's see, we're gonna have a
make it up, dude. Just do something random. You make it up.
Yeah, we're gonna have a cup on a pole match.
Cup on a pole match. That's what I'm talking about. Something random.
Yeah, a cup on a pole match. That'll be the stipulation right there. Whoever retrieved the cup at the top of the at the top of the ring gets the.
That's it. You just keep fighting. And hey, where's Linval Chambers? You're obviously you're our number one fan. So I want to hear what your prediction is, but I'm gonna let Ryan do his first. But I hope Linval Chambers gives their tag team partner and one cup, one ball.
Sweet Jesus, Finn Sports Talk Network. Wow.
That's
wow. Brilliant. This is a TV 14 podcast. Okay. All right.
Right.
Oh.
Man, we've been 56 minutes right now. We won't stop.
Oh goodness.
Red Solo Cup on the
okay. I got RVD as my partner. My tag partner is the whole effing show, Rob Van Dam.
Okay.
And we're fighting the Hardy Boys.
Okay.
In my personal favorite, in a Hell in a Cell. Because anything goes on a Hell in a Cell. Anything, give me the high flying, give me RVD kicking chairs at people's heads. I was so hyped as a kid watching RVD do his Rolling Thunder, throwing chairs and spinning back kicks on people. I was just like, yeah, I'm a fan of this guy. And so whenever he came over to WWE, I was so hyped. And then I've always thought fighting the Hardy Boys would be such a terrible and fun experience because they're jumping off ladders. I'm going through 22 tables. I'm all for it. I'm here for it. Give me Hell in a Cell. Anything goes. RVD and RuPop versus the Hardy Boys. Give it to me all day long. That's the dream match. That's my tag partner.
All right. So I'm going to finish it off. So my tag team partner is going to be Sid Vicious. That dude,
Psycho Sid? Psycho Sid?
All he does, he'll lift you up and just slam you through a table. Psycho Sid.
Hopefully, y'all practice.
That's what I want, Ryan Taylor. That's what I want.
Jeff Hardy's going to swan off the top. Oh, my God.
Let's go. I would pay money.
Yeah.
I would pay thousands of dollars to see that happen. 100%.
So, and we're going to be fighting in a barbed wire steel cage match.
Oh, so you go bleed.
Barbed wire steel cage match.
Okay.
Because
who's the opponents?
So my opponents are the Road Warriors.
You want to die?
No.
Oh
no.
Wow.
You gonna die?
No, absolutely not. Sid, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stand behind Sid Vicious, let him fight, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, yo, Sid, do your thing. I'm gonna sit back here. I'm gonna drink my cappuccino, and then I'm gonna go in for the pin. But if he comes to me, I'm just gonna go low and I'm gonna uppercut him like Claudio Castagnoli. I'm probably gonna, but I mean, we're probably gonna lose.
Sid turns around and punches you in the mouth.
Probably going to happen. Absolutely, unbelievable. All right, boys. Episode 2. That was great.
That's it.
That's it. We almost did an hour. I mean, come on.
It's like 40 seconds to the hour right now.
It's literally 40 seconds to the hour.
All right. I guess
we got fast.
40 seconds to the hour.
All right. We can continue this next week.
Next week. Hey, episode 3 will be coming next week.
Oh, yeah.
Next week, episode 3. Don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button. Follow us at NHBard Podcast on Twitter.
Smash that button. Smash it.
Alfred, drop your Twitter handle.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be A_Matthew713.
All right, Ryan.
On Twitter.
You can see me and visit me at mryan588 at the twitter.com. Smash that like and subscribe button.
Smash it.
Follow me,
1 hour.
Please. I don't talk a lot of mess, but every now and then I'll say something inappropriate to Alex. So come for that.
Yes.
Please.
Yeah, that's true. All right, boys. That's it. We hit the hour. I hope everyone enjoyed it.
It didn't even feel like it. It didn't
even feel like it.
I'm
all right,
with my friends. I'm watching Raw. I'm talking to you.
See you guys next time. Hey, we got to come up with like a catchphrase for like or something like I don't know, something stupid. Barney X.
I'm
All
ready
right.
for it.
See you later, Barney X. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.